Thank you so much for being here. Icon Hip Hop Podcast. Right now, I'm sitting down here with Ricky J, and we got the man himself,
Ghetto Fab.
Shout out to you, man. We really appreciate you for stopping by, taking the time out of your day to chat with us youngsters.
For those of you who don't know, this guy has been to every single significant hip-hop event in Vancouver for a very long time.
How many rap shows have you been to?
5,204.
What was the first one?
Vanilla Ice.
No shit. What year?
September 28th, 1990.
Oh my God. That's a couple months before I was born.
Yeah, I
2 months after
graduated, to be exact, 1 year after.
Wow. You were getting pussy back then, eh?
I still am.
Fuck yeah.
The only reason I'm not getting it tonight is because I'm with you guys. And you guys are pussy killers.
Sorry for holding you back, bro. Sorry for holding you back.
I don't care if you hold me back as long as you hold me like you used to.
Jesus. So,
wait, Jesus doesn't. 5,204. Yeah.
So, at what point were you like? How do you know that's accurate?
Easy. I can count. I had a book at one time that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slash, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slash. Had all that, but then even knowing I quit drinking, my brain has just gotten superpowers. I'm learning and remembering a lot of shit.
Wow.
It is.
So at what point were you like, okay, I need to start tracking this number?
Probably when people said you would make 1,000, and I made 1,000.
Fuck, attaboy, man.
Damn.
And people go, 1,000 is a lot. Well, yeah, 2,000 is a lot, 3,000 is a lot, 4,000 is a lot, 5,000. Now I'm going to tell you that my goal as a kid, I wasn't all right. I asked Mom, all right, so big deal. I want to go to a rap show. There's something coming. And, all right, if your brother and sisters will take you, they don't like rap, so I didn't get to go. And I go, all right, go ask your dad. So Dad backhanded me and goes, Mom said no, and you disrespect her by asking me. I'm like, well, it's going to keep going on and on and on. I'm not going to get hit anymore. Not that my dad was really rude about it, and he says, just respect your mom's wishes and leave it at that. So, yeah, in 1990, I went to my first show, and I was taping on the poles, like you know how the people they take the glue and glue up the poles. I was taping poles way back in the day. Why? Because I wanted to get to know all the rappers. I was doing it for free just to get into shows,
like promoting.
Yeah,
Street team shit.
Yeah.
Street team shit. Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah, we're familiar with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you know what? And then every place you go to, rule number 1: get to know the DJ. Ask who he is. Ask for a couple of weird ass songs. He'll tell you, nah, I don't want to play that. And then, well, after he gets to know you, and then this is way before the internet. Just keep going. And then, hey, make sure you're there 4 hours before the club opens. 4 hours. Why? Because you're waiting in line. There's no lineup. The DJ comes through. He's going to go in and set up. Hey, I remember you. Get to know him. He'll pop in. You can see him set up. And you're in the club. It's so easy. You don't. There's no rocket science to what I do. The rocket science is just I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do coffee, any of that stuff. I'm just addicted to music. It ain't rap, it ain't rock, it ain't country. It's music, and there's music all over the map in every country of the world. And there's not anything I don't listen to. I love rock, I love rap, but everything I listen to, we're talking about the president now. The president just getting back in for the second time. Oh no, we're going to have a World War III. I'm like, that's what I want in music. I don't want anyone getting hurt, but I want the fastest. I want the most in your face. I want everyone to come out like Waka Flocka. I want everyone to be in your face. I want everything to be like mosh pit. You can do a mosh pit at a country concert.
Oh yeah, big time for sure.
I want that. I want everything that I get to have to do with faster stuff. When I'm at home, yes, REO Speedwagon, rock star from the 80s, I got to meet him backstage at the P&E. That was a big deal to me, and that was 8 years ago. But that's the thing. That stuff's great when I want to just chillax and sit at home. But then I'm a 90s raver, so I was listening to the hardcore, Darude Sandstorm, and many others. That was what I was into. In Chilliwack, I got to meet Swollen Members, their first concert ever in a cornfield. in a cornfield. They had a briefcase full of money.
What year's that, you think?
99.
99 first show, Swollen members in
Yep.
a cornfield.
In a cornfield in Chilliwack. Summer Love.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I get into a car accident randomly at 232nd and Glover Road in Langley. And we're talking back and forth. He goes, "You look familiar." I'm like, "You do too." And he goes, "Wait a minute." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "I'm the promoter at Summer Love." Wow. That's my niece's kids' reserve. Wait, who's your... I know your... Oh, I know you from the 90s. This happened... I can't even remember, like 2006 or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Was there some legendary Snoop Dogg shows and shit at that same location?
No, that was Popcom.
Popcom. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've heard about some outdoor Chilliwack shit that was apparently just fucking wild.
Yeah.
No rules kind of shit. Everyone's smoking blunts on stage. Just going fucking wild.
Wow. Yeah.
Were you there too?
Yeah, I was.
Well, I just did some basic arithmetic here, and 5,204 rap shows divided by 34 years, being that you've
35 years, yeah.
Yeah. That's roughly 153 shows per year.
Yeah. But the best part of that is, I can tell you something that's even creepier than that many shows. I've had, because of the internet, 3 shows in a day. That's 3 different locations around the Lower Mainland in one day. Oh, you want to come to my show? It's at 11 till whatever. And I got one at 3 o'clock. That's only happened maybe 3 or 4 times in my entire life. And people go, "You don't go to my shows anymore." I'm like, you tried 35 years of rap and tell me how you feel. I wish I could have done it longer in the 90s, like before 1990, in the 80s, but I wasn't allowed. So I went to every single dance that we had in New West. I grew up in New West. I break danced. That's another story. I'm at Fortune Sound Club one night, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing Friday? Come in." On Friday, I'm like, "I told you guys I don't like going to anywhere anymore." Why? I guess the crowd gets younger and younger. The 19-year-olds are looking a lot younger, and I'm 52. I'm not into. So about 2 years ago, the owners of Fortune anyway, I came out on a Friday night, and I'm looking around the room, and my eyes started welling up. I'm like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, I breakdanced with you in the 80s. I'm like, "We're not going to talk about your rap career. We're going to go further back when you started. In 1979, in 84, I was breakdancing at my school and other schools all around New West. And some of these guys used to come from Vancouver, North Vancouver, and Flip Out was one of them. And let's go back in time."
So what kind of venues were you at? Like, where were these dance competitions and dance festivals and dance ciphers going on back then?
Ciphers, I never really did a lot of ciphering. The ciphering thing was, I got into that with Junk. And then another guy on Facebook was doing it in China, in Chinatown, on Gore. I did that too, and I used to bring...
The Ada upstairs?
Huh?
With the Ada upstairs there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And
I
Santana.
heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, it was another cipher we did. I can send you some videos that I got on Facebook of me doing it. So
Hell yeah. I'd love to see that.
yeah. And I've had tons of people go, "Hey, you're not a rapper." I'm like, "I never said I was. But you're..." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm nothing in rap but a fan." And you know what? Every time I leave the house, that's what I do. And I don't like rap anymore because the stuff that I'm hearing now, these guys are just standing there going, "I'm having a good time." I'm like, dude, I want to stage dive. I can't do that anymore, but I have a lot. And that's the mentality of rap now is people love mumble rap. People loved talking about heroin, drugs, and all that. I got a ton of my family that are dead over that. I don't follow that. Rap to me, you never had anything to do with drugs. Yes, I drank. I drank a lot more than you guys do. And I ain't disrespecting you guys either, but Bacardi 151 used to be my bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you mix it with? Air?
How long have you been sober?
Oh, yeah. So I don't know specifically. This is a problem I'm having in my brain is it's between now and December. I don't know when, but it's been 15 years.
Wow, good for you, man.
Yep. And I was out with Merc one night, and some guy offered me something, and Merc grabbed him by the throat and goes, "The hell's your problem?" "No. Slow your roll, or you can leave. He don't drink. He's with me." I didn't start the night out with him. I started the night at my house. Get downstairs. My buddy's picking you up. Let's go. There's an Uber downstairs. Yeah. And you know what? It's because some people, you cut them open, they bleed blood. I bleed beats. I have no choice but that. In the middle of the night, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, go pee, and I got music in my head, not just rap, not just rock, just music in general. And getting back to sleep, I had to put music on to put me back to sleep. And falling asleep to music, and people go, what kind of music? No, I'm not going to listen to like hardcore, like German techno, harsh. No, I don't. That's not putting me to sleep. No, but it's just the essence of what music does to a person. And it's not rap, it's not rock. It's just and anyone that says they just don't like music at all is a liar.
Yeah,
there's something.
I find that mind-boggling. I don't understand.
Hey, I fuck with everything on the planet. And I've met some pretty weird things. The only one, I was at Fortune one night, and it was Red Man, Method Man upstairs. Oh, why don't you go downstairs? Why? I went downstairs, and they were playing ambient noise.
Oh, yeah. You were saying
banging on pots and pans to some bass behind it. I looked it up afterwards. The greatest DJ of all time for ambient noise was down there. I got to meet him and went, I'm happy you guys are happy. I'm out of here. Because this is the creepiest. Literally, it reminded me of a psychotic thriller, like a psychotic horror movie. And that's not music that I
People were jamming out, though.
They were jamming out. There was about 50 to 100 people downstairs, and they were rocking. But they were rocking in like three-piece suits, tuxedos, going, I'm having a good time. I'm like, wow. It was a room full of white, black, anybody, Steve Urkels. If Steve Urkel could put a party on, and not Stefan Urkel. Everyone wants to hang out with Stefan Urkel. No, Steve Urkel, the geekiest man on TV. But still, dope.
So you said you kind of started in the cypher scene with junk and like strictly.
Yeah. I've been to other stuff where they were doing it, but I wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
I've watched. I only opened up in the later 90s into doing more in-depth stuff in rap. Okay. I just wasn't feeling the. I want. You don't just do. You have to sit. Learning how to dance. Do you know what a wallflower is? A wallflower is sitting against a back wall. That guy's got a dance move. That guy's got a dance move. You watch 10 guys. You go home. You practice that. The next dance you go to, you come out with a couple of his moves, and then that's how it all started in the later 80s. And I was doing that at all these. Canada Games pool, they had an area where you can go dance, they had dances and stuff. And people go, why do you always want the hardcore stuff, the rap and all that? Why don't you want Madonna and Michael? Hey, I like Michael Jackson. That's another thing. My sister's friend pulled up to our house, opened up his hand, had two Thriller tour tickets in '84, and slowly ripped them into a million pieces. Before Michael Jackson's 1990s horror whatever, he goes, I don't like Michael Jackson. I'm like, I don't know why, but I just want to punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Oh.
Now,
Put some respect on MJ, man.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fucking A, bro.
MJ is iconic in both ways. One happens to be the greatest of all time when it comes to pop music, and one can pop a basketball in harder than you can.
Hell yeah.
So if you can pop your balls in faster than I can, you're MJ. That was dirty as fuck, but let's get it done. I got 99 problems and Ricky J won.
Okay, so the show count that you have, the 5K,
Yeah.
Are the Icon ciphers in there?
Yeah.
When was your first Icon cipher?
I think I remember that. It was Santana's, I think.
It was.
It was Santana's, yeah.
Yeah.
So for the people
April
out there
year.
that aren't familiar, what is an Icon hip hop cipher?
An icon, to me, never mind just the Icon cipher, and a cipher in general to me is just pulling people off the streets that have at least a half-ass understanding what rap is, and they can put words together and just have a good time with it, and just be themselves and just Some people don't go to those because they're too afraid to, I'm not that great. I'm like, okay, I tell people all the time I'm not a rapper, but throw me a microphone, I can run words together easy. But again, Eminem came out and says, oh, rhymes with orange? He had like 4 different words. I can't remember what they were, but I'm like, there is words that rhymes with orange. Mm-hmm. And not just door hinge.
So I've been really curious about the Olympia Pizza movement for a long time, and I was wondering if there was like ciphering involved with that, or if that was more of a showcase kind of thing.
Bars and beats.
Bars and beats. So can you explain to me, because I have no idea, like what was that like, and how did that start for you? What was your first experience with Olympia Pizza?
All right, that would probably be original. Yeah. Lucky you said that, because that's ciphering to me. So Rasta Mike was part of Stomp Down Killers, and he would actually do a lot of the rap shows, help out with Chelsea Groban's doing shows. But he decided on Wednesdays, let's get the kids off the streets. And then the moms and dads look at me like, aren't you a little old? I'm like, what, to be in rap? Sorry, rap was invented in 1973, 9 months after I was born. Please keep talking to me. Please keep telling me I'm the bad guy here. And he goes, and every now and then I'll add somebody on Facebook. Mom and dad will freak on me and going, I don't know who you are, but why are you on my son or daughter's page? I'm like, okay, I do rap shows. And now I'm hosting rap shows. They added me on there because they want me to go to wherever they're doing their next show. And I'm hosting. I do a lot of stuff for Ghost Club. You know who that is?
No.
Kitschy the Poet?
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
You've heard of that name?
Yeah.
New school rapper, but
yeah.
I've known Kitschy the Poet and his whole family since 1995.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't even alive back then.
Who's that?
Kitchen the Poet. He's around.
He's from
He's on a
Vancouver?
shitload of lineups. Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the only problem I have with going to some of his shows, they're all ages, and me being 52, I'm not interested in that.
Was Kitchen the Poet part of that Olympia Pizza movement? No? Okay, so going back to that, like what was like the structure of Bars and Beats? Like when you walk into that event on a Wednesday night?
When you walk in on a Wednesday,
on?
I think it was $10 for all you can eat spaghetti.
No shit.
It wasn't quality.
Well, still, I mean, just...
The guy's Filipino, and he's selling pizza.
That's pretty cool.
He's selling pizza and Italian, but he'd have the odd,
Were the proprietors of the restaurant itself, like, were they involved in the hip-hop, or was it, like, a promoter, or Rasta Mike, rather, that would, like, come in there? And,
Rasta Mike and Chelsea Gromans were the big wigs that had it all put together.
Okay, but they weren't part of the restaurant?
No.
Okay, so they just, like, promoted for the
They laid the tracks for Mercules when he first come out. They had a thing called Work with Merc. Come to the Bars and Beats, practice your shit, and if I like you, I'm going to get you on one of the shows they do at Olympia Pizza. And if I think you're good enough, then I'm going to talk to Mark and get you to work with Mark in studio.
What year is this?
10 years ago?
10 years ago?
Ish, yeah.
Okay.
I live 2 blocks away. Where you guys picked me up today, that's 2 blocks. It's across from McDonald's and Wally.
Yeah, where was Olympia Pizza? Across from...
It's in that RBC Plaza.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's still there?
Yeah. No, it's a new spot now. It's like a Thai place or something?
A Filipino.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to them yet, but because of that, and we're going to be working with you guys on this too, and Merc, I'm going to do it maybe a 1 month. So every month I might try to see if I can shut them down for a night at 5 o'clock and then do a rap show.
I'd totally be down with that.
And doing an homage to, Surrey hip hop.
So for us, let me just tell you a story real quick, man. There's right here, the MOTN, middle of the night. Yeah, look at that. That's my favorite shirt they got, actually. But our good friend Austin, like, we started at Leaside Skate Park, right? Just like a couple of dudes around a Bluetooth speaker, and then like eventually there was enough people, and it was cold, and we needed to go inside, and we needed a place to cipher, and we found this like super cool photo studio. It was kind of a tattoo shop, kind of a photo studio, kind of an art studio. They did some shows there, some events, and then we went in there. They had a sound system, and that was the first time we started hooking our little interface up to a real sound system and getting some thump going on. And the vibe that we had in that place was phenomenal. It was very underground, very 8 Mile kind of vibes. And I think that was our Olympia pizza from this era, I think. And that was a very focused, like, there was everything from showcases there to ciphers there to comedy shows there and shit like that. And it was a real, like, hub of culture for a lot of our crew kind of formulated there. And I think, I met this guy there for the first time. I met, like, pretty much the whole crew kind of came together in that place, and that kind of birthed the whole movement that's currently going on.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's just my piece.
4 years ago, we started doing it in New West at Bully Studios.
Okay, yeah.
And that is another one. Shout out to Bully Studios, because I'm from New West, and my dad, I guess, had something to do with the building itself. He used to do repairs.
Okay.
So the Rose City Jewelers and Loans, I went in there and said, "Oh, my dad used to work here." And he goes, "Oh, he used to fix the building in the 90s. I'm like, "Yeah, and he died in 99. He goes, "Oh, sad to hear that." I'm like, "Well, it is what it is. Nothing you can do. When the doctor tells you to don't smoke, don't drink coffee, don't eat bad foods." I go, "Dad, the doctor's not being an idiot." But he didn't listen. Shit happens.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Stomp Down was a thing, and those guys were all established as a crew prior to the Olympia Pizza movement, correct?
Yeah, they were. It started out as FN as a skateboard brand, and it was on 152 in Fraser. There's a place that was there, and then from there they moved to Guildford, across from Guildford Mall.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just as they were moving to the Guildford is when they had the Stomp Down, and that started becoming a thing, and pulling in rappers and Snack the Ripper and a bunch of others.
So was there like a heavy Stomp Down presence in the Olympia Pizza?
Yeah.
For sure? Yeah.
Oh, a lot.
So like what kind of artists do you think if that we would recognize that you would see there?
You'd see Snack the Ripper, you'd see Mercules, you'd see, I can't even remember some of the names, I'm sorry about that.
Like Evil?
Yeah, Evil Ebenezer, yeah. Evil Ebenezer.
And there was like rappers from like Abbotsford coming out there too, right?
Yeah. Also, what's his name? Little Windex.
Yep, for
DTG.
sure. DTG.
Yeah, Dylan Godfrey.
Yeah. And who else? Any other names come to mind?
Oh, here's something. I got to remember his name now. All the rappers used to beat him up all over the States. It was a big deal. It was just for fun. They beat the shit out of this guy, Stitches. He played there.
Yeah.
Stitches.
Yeah.
You want to go back to something iconic? Let's go bring Stitches there. So the Vancouver underground hip hop movement on Facebook, they still have it. I don't do a lot on it, but anyway, when they found he was coming, there was like 10 guys that literally said, "I'm going there to beat the shit out of him." I'm like, "But why?" "I hate him." I'm like, "You hate him because everyone in the States hates him? Don't hate somebody because someone else does. I don't hate anybody in the world unless there's a reason."
That was like 2014 or 2015.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember that show. Like,
I'm not
hearing
familiar
about
with
that.
this. Who's Stitches?
He's just a guy like from the
A
States.
tattooed rapper,
He's
tattooed all over his face and everything.
Yeah,
and he's the
a lot of people
older
from
6'9".
here, like they liked him though. Like
I like
it was
him.
like a sold out show, no?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like he's pretty big. Like he has some big songs, but he's more just like a cocaine rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? What's the other rapper's name now? White guy, blonde, dreads.
I don't know.
He's a cocaine cowboy, he calls himself.
Oh, Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy is probably the dumbest show I've ever seen in rap.
Really?
He's not a bad rapper, but he had glow-in-the-dark paint on his hands, and he'd put it on their hands, slap my ass, slap my body. I'm like, dude, is this a softcore porn?
What venue is that?
That was at, what the fuck's it now? Levels nightclub.
Okay,
but it was
yeah,
something
yeah,
else. It was
yeah.
named something else.
Yeah.
Levels nightclub. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't get my money back on it. I stayed for the whole thing because drama makes for fun.
That guy's fucked, man.
He is.
Oh, fuck. Wow. Yeah, I wish you were around at the MOTN days to see like what that was like. That was definitely history for sure, especially for us, but for Vancouver as a whole. And that's the thing, like, hip hop back then at those like Olympia days, like there wasn't much going on in like as much as there is now, right? Like there's hip hop shows downtown the same day that there's hip hop shows in New West and all throughout the city, right? So like that was like the main hub. But nowadays it's more so just like underground scenes that you don't really hear about. You got to kind of find through Instagram. And that's definitely like what the MOTN was. And even a little bit of like Holy Chow, 433 Pender.
I know where it is.
Yeah, we
I've
used to
been
do
lots.
the ciphers out of the back of there too.
Wait, I've been.
No
Yeah.
way. To a cipher at Holy Chow?
Yeah, huh? It's funny you say that because my friend, what's his name, DJ Don was doing karaoke. I'm like, wait, another place? No, seriously, I know. Yes, I was there.
Fucking
I was
A.
there, and I remember that because I'm like, this building is freaking me out. Oh, and the guy goes, I don't know you. Turns out the bartender, wasn't bartending then. And I'm like, no, I've been here for a bunch of rap shit a lot. At Holy Chow. I know.
Yeah, that place was awesome, man. And then unfortunately that got shut down. And that's the thing with us. Like we've piggybacked off of so many different venues throughout the city. And like as of recently, you know, you've been to Fortune. We're extremely blessed to be at Fortune. Very grateful to be working with those guys and like doing the ciphers there and shit like that. Can you talk about those ciphers and like kind of how those make you feel and what you think about those?
You know what? Ciphering in general, it's not about being at the big venues or the small venues. It's people talk so much shit on the internet and do so much of that. And you know what? Here, peep my YouTube video. I'd rather not. Why? Because I will watch that at some point in time in my life. But I'm on a bus. We're headed to a rap show. And yeah, I've only been to 2 year ones at Fortune, and they were dope. They're dope as hell. And then Cole Brownstone, everyone seems to know who that is. Hey, Ricky, give up the mic. I'm like, no, they don't want me to give up the mic. If I'm here to partake. I'm like, and Junk is doing a show there, and Junk. I went to every Junk cipher there was. I even won a box of donuts as being the best cipher that night. Only once, but I did.
Fuck yeah. We had Junk over here, actually. Junk and Messiah on the podcast not too long ago. That was a good one.
Yeah, and I got to tell you something quite racist, but was funny as fuck. I'm at Fortune one night watching Junk, but it wasn't, I think it was Junk, but it was also Northwest Division. Everybody put your hands up. So I did that. The entire crowd followed me and went... That wasn't meant
Wrong
to be
time to start rapping in German, Junk.
No. He said to do it, and I didn't see that the entire crowd went. What the fuck? I didn't mean that. And he goes, hey Ricky, after the show, he goes, that was dope as fuck, but don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
I didn't mean anything by that. He goes, you said put your hand up. I went, I'm a smart ass.
Fucking
Hey.
A, bro.
Directly forward with a fist is the way that we do it.
Hey, no. In music, I just don't like being super, like, I like being funny and happy and all that. Not everything has to be so serious.
Yeah, I see you at every single show in the very front row, just fucking losing it.
I have to. You know why? Because these people that are in their 20s and 30s, I'm old enough to be here. I'm like, yeah, but you're acting like you're two. I'm like, what do you mean? You're standing around going, I'm having a good time. What the fuck you doing? Dude, I'm not stage diving because I can't do that no more. But literally, at Schoolboy Q and Joey Badass, I was in the middle of the worst ever rap mosh pit I've ever seen.
That's at the amphitheater?
Huh?
P&E?
P&E.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bought the tickets from Beat Street. And he goes, do you like the show? I'm like, whoa. It was off. And then I yelled, I'm going downtown to Granville Street. No, we're going to Fortune. So everybody jumped off the bus. They all went to Fortune.
After party.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, if I can say what I want to, then how about this? Lady goes, I lost my phone. Well, here, I'm nice. Let me help you find it. And she blurts up in front of the DJ, if you find my cell phone and get it back to me, I'll give you a BJ. And I'm like, excuse me? And security goes, what the hell? What's going on here? I'm like, I shut up and I was polite and put my hands like this. And she screams again. I'm like, I didn't tell her to say that. And she goes, you want to borrow my phone? I'll give you my phone. What the fuck? And the DJ behind me, Secco's like, I didn't see shit and hear nothing. Have a nice day. Iconic DJ. You need to get into his stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out Secco. Yeah, I've had a couple of opportunities to talk to that guy, sit down with him a little bit.
Yeah, he's been doing it since the 90s
dude.
too, yeah.
Super nice guy. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Republic nightclub. That's where I was headed. So I was at Republic one day, and this girl literally like is scratching herself. I'm like, what's going on? She lifts her T-shirt and bra up, throws my face into her teddies, and goes, are you gay? No, I'm not. And he goes, well, then play with these things. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, we're in a bar publicly. He goes, listen, if you're not into titties, then go to Davy. I'm like, I'm not making fun of people on Davy, but I will say, I never had. Oh, I got to tell you something else in hip hop too. I've been to probably 25 different things on Davy to do with hip hop and other things, and never a problem, not once. But it's every straight club on Granville and Gastown. There's one gay guy in the bar, and I'm not making fun because he's gay. Hey, I like you. Cool, man. Fist bump. I like you too. Can I have a hug? No. You gonna have a fist bump? Yeah. There's been a lot of weird stuff over the years in rap that guys that come out and he goes, hey, I like your rap. And he goes, do you really like my rap? Do you want to? No. I like your rap and that's it. I'm going to go catch a bus home. And hey, 35 years, night bus. The night bus takes 2 hours to get back to Surrey. That's how long it takes. And I've been doing that for 35 freaking years. And now I'm having issues. I don't want to do it. I got attacked a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Did not get hurt. But a guy was chasing me and trying to attack me because I wouldn't give him money for fentanyl.
Wow.
Who wants fentanyl? Nobody.
Damn, that's interesting.
If you do drugs, don't. But if you're going to do drugs, make sure there's no fentanyl in it. Who does just pure fentanyl? Don't do that. Music is my drug. No matter what the music is. Hey, I can go to like the Roxy and they can play soft rock and I'm all right with that on a Tuesday or a Monday. But on Friday nights, I literally want to walk into a house fire with a can of gas and a match because I want to get the shit lit.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's something I wanted to touch on. Is just like the other genres of shows, because it's like that number 5,204. Like that's encompassing all different styles and genres. That's not just hip hop shows.
No. To be exact, I have to encompass it all, which is like the DJ shows that have come from the States. That's rap, hip hop, reggae.
Boy, art.
No.
Doesn't count.
No. Reggae.
That's not in that number.
No.
Holy shit.
No, that's reggae, soul, R&B. Motown, dancehall, all the things that encompass just black music in general. And people go, why do you listen? Hey, I've had people over the years go, can I ask you a question? And this is the most trying thing I've ever had to talk to somebody about is, can you please act white? I'm like, excuse me? I'm not understanding you. What do you mean by that? I'm not acting like anything. I have 45 years in rap. I just listen to music. And yeah, I left the Public Enemy show, went to the after show, which is his DJ, missed the SkyTrain and the buses, and I had to be downtown. And these four guys are like, hey man, you can say it. Say the word. Go ahead, man. You know what we're talking about. I knew you from the first start. No. You're asking me to do something that even at home I can't do. My two nieces are Jamaican. No, I can't N-bomb. Do you know B Diamond?
No. Who's B Diamond?
Local rapper.
Okay.
Early 2000s, late 90s rapper. I was at his show and I'm like looking at this white guy who would not stop N-bombing. I'm like, oh shit, I met you 2 years ago on a bus. You were hanging out with two black guys and you were N-bombing the entire bus ride back to Surrey. I'm like, I just wanted to punch you in the mouth. He goes, well, why? Well, personally, I wanted to punch them in the mouth too because you're not supposed to let that happen. Dude, first off, when they say, well, that's our word, no, it was a racist word that white people created, which is wrong. I don't like it. I like every race in the world. 10% of each country does. No. 10% of each country does nasty ass shit. But on the real, I like rap so much.
God.
Is that bad?
No, it's fucking hilarious.
All right. 10%. Hey, that. So anyway, Snoop Dogg played in India and opened up, or the opening act was Sidhu Masura. Do you know who that is? One of the most iconic rappers from India.
Sidhu
He got
Maswala.
murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
Were you there?
Murdered. No.
Oh.
I've never been to India. My sister did, though. That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what the fuck? He says, he's clapping his hand. I'm clapping not because you're here to see me, because the opening act, your guy. Everywhere I go, I want to pick up the small guys that are the opening acts. I was the opening act at one time. I was a small guy at one time. Mm-hmm. Why is it got to be about that? And he goes, I don't even understand a word of what he's saying, but it's rap to me.
Yeah.
He's got the rap beats behind it. Yeah. My other friend's Raghav, Raghav. He's from Punjab. He made famous in UK and now lives in Calgary, Alberta. He has a song called Fire. You should listen to it sometime. He's a rapper that does it in Punjabi and English. And he had all the white girls from here going, oh my God, that guy's hot. I'm like, no, he's not. Why? I like girls. No guy's hot.
I'll check him out.
Except the guy in the mirror. That guy in the mirror I seen this morning, I would so smush that.
100%. No, everybody should feel that way.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
So what would you define as a wild show? Like, what's a wild show?
What genre?
Hip-hop.
Oh yeah, that. Waka Flocka at the Fortune Sound Club. Literally, it was the biggest mosh out of a tiny little club I've ever seen. And I move this way. The crowd moves and follows me this way. I move that way. The other one would have been Burner. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Love Burner, hate him live. Yeah. He blacked out. He literally had big, thick cones that he was smoking on, and he was throwing them into the crowd. Literally, he threw enough weed in the crowd where he wasn't making any money for the show.
Where was that?
Fortune.
Oh, okay.
He blacked it out. Literally, you could see black cloud. Yeah. You could not see in front of you. I had to leave. I could not.
I seen Burner at Rogers.
Recently, yeah, when he was here,
Yeah.
How was it?
It was dope.
I like him. I really do. But you know what? Be a weed rapper if you want to. But if you're in a small club and you literally smoke it out and I can't breathe. I was at Snoop and I was downstairs. Someone goes, "Do you like moon rocks?"
Oh fuck.
And that's when I learned what a moon rock was. And my nephew goes, "Yeah, if you get the right people to make it, shit'll fuck you right up." Because they use the cheap stuff, the cheap keef, the cheap all that. Yeah.
So what are your top 3 wildest rap shows?
That would have been Wu-Tang Clan, Old Dirty Bastard's Still Alive. I had a chance, but I didn't go and see Run DMC at Cheers in Delta, and I lived in Chilliwack. My boss, you can go, but you're fired.
No way.
You can stay and you can work.
Fuck, what an asshole.
I know. I had access, didn't have tickets, and everyone asked me, what's Tupac and Biggie like? I never met him. But they did a show at the Experience Music Project way back in the day.
Holy shit, in Seattle?
Yes.
That's so dope.
And you know what? It was both the heads of that were fighting. Biggie and Pac did not hate each other. But they were forced to hate each other because of management on both sides. And you know who killed both of them? In my mind, let's go to a Diddy party. Fuck Diddy. Please don't fuck Diddy. Diddy's fucked a lot. Just saying. Hey, man, when a person says, I love you, baby, that's fine. When he says, I love you, baby oil, not so good.
Oh, buy the pallet, for fuck's sakes.
Hey, who buys that? Hey.
From Costco.
You had a chance to sit down and talk to the Wu-Tang? You met all those guys?
Yeah.
What was that like? What do you remember from that experience?
I never did it all together, but I did it singly, one by one.
Oh, really?
But I've seen them all, yeah. They're all the scariest interview that ever got done was Wu-Tang and Nardwuar. And he started going off, and he goes, how the fuck do you know that? You're Wu-Tang, we got to know. He was fearing for his life, no joke. Mm-hmm. But the funniest, I wasn't there, it was South by Southwest He did Little Uzi Vert, and I got to meet Little Uzi Vert
yeah.
on the first time he ever hit Canada to Republic nightclub.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! Before he was famous, I met the iconic trap rapper Little Uzi Vert. Some people like him, some people don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hate. Hey, there's not a lot of stuff out there that I hate in rap. I just, if I can't understand it. And there was one guy, I'm in the bathroom at Fortune. I'm at the bar. I'm in front of him. I'm touching his feet going, I'm leaving. Why? You don't like? He's a mumble rapper. I've only seen one mumble rap show in my entire life. Seen lots of people talk about it on.
What was it?
I can't remember the name of the guy. That's the point. But I did go see that. Oh, and yelling and screaming at a guy like an underground rapper from Vancouver. He goes, you love my shit, don't you? At Harbor Event Center. I'm like, no, I can't stand you. Excuse me? I wasn't calling myself the godfather of rap way back when. I was just a guy going to shows. But when I did see that, I mean, you're talking about beating the shit out of people, stealing jewelry, all that at Main and Hastings, selling crack heroin. I'm like, you know what? I get it. That's part of what rap was doing back in the 70s and 80s. But I wasn't a part of that ever. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And you wearing your pants halfway down to your... Rap to me is keep pulling your pants up. I don't want to see your asshole. I don't. I want to be an asshole, but I don't want to see your asshole.
I think it's a jail thing, right?
It means you're available. Sorry, man. But there was a place I don't remember where by, can I say Joyce, that did all the after hours. Do you know about those?
No.
So they had a DJ from one of the nightclubs come out and would DJ the after hours till like 6 or 7 in the morning. So right at 2 o'clock, everybody be jumping and running as quickly as they can to the after hours and getting their drink on still. Oh, yeah. And then some of the rappers that were in town would go through there and do like small vignettes of like half an hour rap shows.
Is that place still there?
No,
Yeah,
but it was
they
iconic.
never last longer than a year usually, eh?
Oh, no, this one did.
Like, is the
Really?
building still there?
Yeah, it is. Kingsway Joyce area. There was a 7-Eleven, but it was like within a block or two away from there.
Interesting.
Wow.
And I'm trying to remember the one rapper that DJ from the DJ school that passed away. Do you remember him?
Oh,
Wondercut.
Wondercut, yeah.
I've known that guy a lot of years. To this day, I want to big up on this podcast right now, Wondercut. No one knows to this day how it happened or why it happened. Just that they were looking for 3 weeks for him and they couldn't find him, and they found him in the Fraser River. I always tell people on my own podcast when I do the Ricky J show is, if you need something to talk to, I may not be handing out you my cell phone right now because I don't want creepy people calling my cell phone, but inbox me on Facebook. Talk to me. You want to go for coffee? You want to go for dinner? Come hang out? Let's do that. I've had about 6 or 7 people that were in rap that came and talked to me and said, hey, I was on my last leg. I'm like, what do you mean? My brain snapped and I wanted to die. And I'm still here because of you. And I go, how is that possible? And he goes, easy, because I've had 15 surgeries and I'm still here. I can't quit. I can't quit hip-hop. I can't quit music. Music is literally the thing that soothes my soul. I can be sick. My one friend took my pills in a bottle, flipped them upside down, counted them, put them back in the bottle. He fed me smoked moose meat stew in a bottle. He's native, right? Smoked moose meat stew and other things. Between that and music, 3 days later, I'm like standing up feeling like $1 million. 3 days before that, I felt like dying. Weird. And he goes, it's because of the smoked moose meat stew. I'm like, yeah, but it's not just that. It's music. I've had days where I felt really shitty. And then one day I just decided, like the other day, I'm just going to stay home, blare some music. Like 2 days ago, I think it was really windy and really bad. I didn't go anywhere. Why? Just stayed at home doing nothing. And people go, you missed on something. I'm like, you know what? To tell me I missed, I never missed anything. Over the years, I never missed a thing I didn't want to see. If I really wanted to see it that bad,
Except
I'd be
for the Run DMC show.
Yeah, that was hard. Oh, and also James Brown. The James Brown played.
That would have hurt.
And yeah, because Nardwuar interviewed him.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the minute he died, the one thing I don't like about people in general, oh, he was a beater. He beat his wife. He didn't. And I'm like, listen, there's three sides, not two sides to every story. There's his story, her story, and the truth. You don't know the truth. You don't know his or her real story. So if they're famous, stay out of their lives. Let them deal with it. Everyone talks about the iconic 90s Michael Jackson. I let that slip down my back and walk away. The way he danced, the way he sung, all that, I really wasn't following. And I was forced with news media to hear everything there is. It's like this Trump thing. Now everyone's going to be talking about Trump. And I'm like, I'm not into the left-wingers, the right-wingers. I think that all government's bad in my views. And, hey, it's going to fuck up hardcore with hip-hop in BC and where I live. Because all these rappers are going to want to go on tour. Some of them are going to want to cross the border. My one friend in the States goes, no, seriously, look into it. Are your borders open? Why? Because in the next couple of months, shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm moving to Canada. I'm moving to BC. He goes, do you agree to that? And I'm like, well, I don't agree with what happened. It was a chance for, iconically, a female to be president for the first time ever. And she's black. What does that matter? I think that it's leaps and bounds when it comes to equality. Mm-hmm. What's her name now? It was Trump versus Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton had some issues. She didn't become president, but if she did, she's a female. Why do I care? There's a lot of things I can do and a lot of things women can do. But women can do other things that I can't. And not strictly just, hey, there's people breaking bricks, doing roofing and all that stuff, and doing hardcore, predominantly male jobs. And that's the thing. And all these guys are like, I don't like female rappers either. I'm like, I do. But the point is, it's a male-dominated thing. There should be more female rappers out there.
What was the best female rap show you've seen in Vancouver?
Lil' Kim.
Oh. Where?
Chilliwack.
When?
At Popcom?
No.
Quarantine?
No, the nightclub that's there now.
Oh, Lux.
Yeah, Lux. Before it used to be called, it was the club before that. She was dressed as a human. What I mean by that is there's no iconic boob hanging out. She was dressed like a mom. Still the rapper, still everything, but yeah.
A MILF.
What was the crowd like?
It was a laid-back, fun crowd. They wanted to get lit, but she didn't get lit.
Interesting. It's always funny how the crowd reflects the rapper's kind of vibe and energy. I was one of the first times I met you was R.A. the Rugged Man at the Waldorf. And
that was amazing.
I am 100% sure you had a fantastic night that night.
Because I was on stage with Merc.
Dear God. Yeah, no, everybody was up there. Merc had some really nice words to say about R.A. and about, him kind of taking him on this, or, giving him his roots in the world of touring and stuff like that. And you had a lot of energy that night. You were what do you have to say about showing kids how to be fans of rap? Right? You were mentioning before how the kids don't really absorb it properly. They're just standing there, kind of just not doing.
I've been to a couple of Fortune shows that were just new school rappers that I never heard of, and I will go to shows not because I know the artist. It's because you can't just keep adding things if you don't go. So I've been to a couple of trap artists, and the best one I've seen in a minute was Illy. He's from Australia. He wrote a full live band and blew me out the water. That
Illy?
guy, Illy.
Illy Mills?
Maybe? He's from Australia.
He's with Eminem and stuff now?
I don't know. He's
I think Eminem just signed him.
He's one of the most iconic Australian rappers.
Okay.
There's another guy. I got his T-shirt at home too, still. And people, if you're going out to shows, buy merch. But I don't do that. I don't like everyone's merch. I have to.
What don't you like about it?
I'm more the gangster rap guy. I just bought a shirt that has an AK-47 on it. I'm more into that. I'm more into like the yeah.
What are you gonna do with 5,204 shirts?
Exactly.
You can't fucking.
I have 130.
You know what I mean?
I live in a bachelor suite with 130. Are you getting rid of it? I just got rid of every 2X to 5X. So I was doing the Birdman.
Where'd you get rid of them?
Huh?
Where'd you give them to?
Rap shows.
No, like, how did you get rid of them? You sold them?
No.
Oh, you gave them away at rap shows?
Whipped them off stage.
Fucking A.
And people go, this is 5X? Guy tries it on and he goes, it's Chinese 5X. What does that even mean? Hey, it fits me. I know. And I stopped buying it, and now I'm an XL. I always was an XL, but I'm buying stuff that fits. And iconically, anyone that knows me in the last 8 years knows my silver suit. And that's gone now. I got bigger, and it didn't. It got smaller.
What's the silver suit?
That's what he was wearing at RA.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a tuxedo that I bought for $15.
And it's silver.
Yeah. But currently, I am building up, and I got until the 20th to finish. I have a baby pink tuxedo that I just got for $50. And iconically, you ain't seen nothing yet. I have a pink shirt, baby pink shirt, Ralph Lauren. I got baby pink shoes. I got a crossbody bag that I just ordered today, leather, baby pink sunglasses, a baby pink belt, leather belt, baby pink with gold. Oh, dude. And people go, why? The one thing is when people call me a freak, I tell them, that's the point. I am a freak. You're not. You're boring. You go to, hey, kids, stop going to rap shows wearing rock t-shirts. Name me 5 of your favorite song they put out of Led Zeppelin. Don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
But it's cool. So you went on eBay and you paid $500 for a t-shirt. You know nothing about the band.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Poser.
Hey, exactly.
So, on the way here, we asked if you are familiar with who Smokey D is. And you are?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, over the years.
What can you say about graffiti culture in Vancouver?
I never really got big into it, but I know a lot of my friends that are like huge into it. My nephew's like a big iconic, trying to think, Robert Mitchell. He's on my Facebook anyway. He just...
I know him.
I know you would.
Yeah, Scent and merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's solid. He's a good guy. He just had a kid too, eh? Declan?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
he's good stuff. I like that guy a lot, man. He's really sick. Shout out to merch.
My niece, his woman is, they have the same dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Different moms.
Yeah. So what can you say about graffiti culture in Vancouver and hip hop coexisting?
In the way of graffiti, I see a lot of it everywhere, and I don't see it on the trains or nothing like that. But when you're on the SkyTrain to Vancouver, everyone's trying to jump on the tallest buildings, and I'm trying to think. What's his name? Who's the? He does silos.
Talking about Rise?
No, I know Rise. Yes, I do. No. He's from France.
Oh, I don't know.
You know
Butis?
Huh?
Butis?
No. All right.
Poser?
No. Oh, he's not.
Zoner? Demos?
I know those guys too, but no, that's not. No.
I'm just trying to think of who does silos.
No. In Granville Island, there's a couple of silos.
The fucking huge art guy.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He started out with that.
Yeah.
To say he's not hip hop, he is. And people go, "What? He doesn't do anything." I'm like, "Really?" He's been arrested, but no one's ever really pinned it on him. Mm-hmm. But he's done graffiti all over the world.
Yeah. I follow him on Instagram. He's big time.
Oh yeah.
He's a legend for sure. Like he gets paid for murals now. This is like full-time job. Just painting.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Hey, it's the same thing with Flip Out. He goes on a plane anywhere in the world he wants for free for the rest of his life. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
Red Bull.
Oh shit, he's got one of those like free passes, airline free passes or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
And guess
crazy.
what? There's probably 3 or 4 out of every 10,000 that get that. You have to be somebody, someone big. And he is the most iconic Canadian DJ of all time. He is just turned 50 recently in the last month. And I just turned 52. I've known him since 1990. And he's been doing it since he was 14. That's big. Like I said in the car, he had the Crispy Biscuit Hour. There was a bunch of them doing it. And yeah. And it was...
What was the Crispy Biscuit Hour?
It was underground hip-hop done in Vancouver with no filters, no nothing. What the fuck?
On radio.
On radio.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then the minute he got onto the Beat 94.5, his boss says, this is not the Crispy Biscuit Hour anymore. So whatever you're doing there, do the same stuff. But no swearing. Why? Because now you're worldwide. Because our radio station here, the Beat 94.5 and now Virgin Radio, you can find that all over the internet everywhere. People in China are listening to our radio station in Vancouver. It's a big deal.
What else can you say about Flip Out's early days?
What the hell? Do you know that?
I heard of that.
I seen it recently at the 50th, like August 20. No, wait.
11th.
August 11th. That's my mind's boggled. August 11th, 2023. We did 50 years of hip hop here, and it was amazing because he brought out everybody he's rapped with in the early 90s. Mad Child wasn't there, but he had a bunch of others. Yeah. I Like Young Girls is the name of his most famous hit he put out back then. And then he did AMP. You know what AMP is?
No.
I really got to make some money recently, and I still got the most iconic rap records you could think of from BC that haven't left my house yet. I'm thinking when this podcast is done, at one point in time, you're going to get some free time and spend an hour in my house, and I'm going to start selling off my records to you.
He'll buy them.
Hell yeah, I will.
And you know what? I want free, and no, I'm not doing that. But I have stuff at home that predates 89. Do you know who the godfather of BC rap is?
No.
Oh, okay. You're asking me questions like that. Wait, I'm telling you. And that's EQ, the Incredible Ease.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. We've had a wonderful experience with Kilo, Kilo C. He came and DJ'd a cypher for free with us
I was there.
At book club. That was a really cool experience.
You were there?
Man.
Yeah.
It was great to meet that guy.
Yeah.
So Ease and Quays, the very beginning, it was like 1990, I guess.
Yeah. 89. Yeah. So, yeah. And people always talk about, Swollen Members and the Rascals. I'm sorry. They're later stuff. They didn't start it. And I actually went to Bar None, and they used to do a thing called Christmas Rapping. You know about that?
No.
All right. You can go to a rap show and see Snoop Dogg. Who are you going to see? Snoop Dogg. But when you go to Christmas Rapping, it's bringing out every iconic DJ and rapper that have ever been in rap in BC ever. And Jay Swing is the one that put that together. And oh my God, that is golden to me.
That's interesting. Christmas rapping.
Seeing Mercules and also Snack the Ripper. I think it was Mercules. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Mad Child. Someone poured something accidentally on his jacket. I'll freaking kill you. Do you know what this jacket's worth? I'm like, I really don't give a damn. Yeah. And I can't tell you on this podcast right now the stories I've heard about Mad Child. I love Mad Child. I do. I love his music. I love all that. But if the stories I've heard are true, cringy.
On the topic of Mad Child, I have one very serious question. Where did his net go?
All his money?
Never mind.
Did you mean, what do you mean net?
his neck disappeared in like 2007. It was there. He had a neck. There was
neck.
A
I think it's a net.
He had a neck, and then now if you look at him, it's completely there's like he had some vertebrae removed. That was a bad joke. Anyways,
I don't know. I don't think he's a Marilyn Manson guy. So listen, he did not take his L vertebrae out just so he could suck himself off. And
I don't know anything about Mad Child, but I will tell you this. I was 11 years old. I was at the Terrain Park on Grouse Mountain, which had a DJ booth on it. And it was a really good DJ booth. And they always had awesome DJs there. And it was super hip-hop time. And everybody was hanging out smoking weed and being cool. And I heard an organ sample. And I heard this beat. And I was like, what is that? And it just immediately resonated with me. And I'd never really listened to hip-hop. Never really listened to rap. Yeah. And it was Fuel Injected by Swollen Members. And that was literally the first experience that I can remember of ever absorbing hip-hop. And that's, Concise and Chemo on the beat. And then Mad Child and Previn and Mocha. So that was definitely a very pivotal moment in my mind. Yeah.
Pivotal moment for you. Yes, I get that.
Thank you, Ricky. Yeah.
I know, Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, so I joke, but I have nothing but respect for those guys and love for their careers.
I was in a cornfield in Chilliwack called the Summer Love. I talked about this in the car on the way here, and they were throwing money off stage. They had a money phone before money phones were money phones. Do you know what a money phone is?
Yeah,
it's like it shoots like a bills. And
no,
shit. It's like a stack of money.
Imagine taking $1 million and stacking it up. And slamming it to the side of your head like a phone. Look at me. Look at my worth. And yeah, he had a whole stack of money, but it was their own Swollen Members money they had printed out, and they were throwing it across the crowd. That was before the money gun. Shout out the creators of the money gun. That's amazing. Because, hey, who doesn't want to shoot $1 bills across a woman's back?
Best episode of Shark Tank ever.
And I'm going to tell you something in the later in my career, like in the last 8 years, is that Secco and a bunch of them were doing Move Something. Do you know about that?
No.
So, if you go to see strippers, what do you see?
Tits.
And ass.
And ass. Yeah.
I didn't go for that. How do you go to a strip joint and not watch that? Oh, I did. I sat in the booth while they brought me drinks and all that, and I literally was just geeking out because they were doing trap, they were doing rap, they were scratching. It was everything that hip-hop had, but adding the softcore porn to it. Give it up to Secco Fresco one time.
Not a bad idea. I mean, hip-hop's pretty great, and so are tits and ass.
So in Surrey, at a stripper bar, everyone knows about
Dirty Bird?
T-bars.
No. There you go. I'm
sitting there with an iconic group, Two Live Crew.
Okay, shit.
And the guy goes, hey, man, you having a good time? No, not really. He goes, why is that? Yeah, because these strippers are tiny and fake, and I thought you were into the same shit I was into. I like them plus-size girls, big ass, big titties, all that. And he goes, I'm into that. And he goes, I feel you. And he goes, I don't. And he goes, hey, you strippers, get off the stage. Now, there's a girl walking around giving back massage, and I'm losing my mind. She's 200 pounds, all big titties and all that. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, you got to understand, I'm more into hip-hop than just that rap itself. I like them thick old titties, you know. Big old titties. Tiggle bitties. Tiggle bitty one time. So
big up titties.
Hey, he kicks them all off stage, has her on stage. I got her titties in my face. I'm literally licking her clit on stage. That's happening. Now, later on in the night, so have you ever had a rapper grab you by the throat? I did.
Actually, yes, but
fuck.
Yeah, but as iconic as Two Live Crew. No. So the lead singer grabs me by the throat and he goes, how the hell do you know the name Debbie Adams? That's your wife. Are you having sex with her? She lives in Dade County, Florida. I live in Surrey, BC. Welcome to my world. I have her on Facebook. She took me off for some random reason. I don't know what happened. And I asked her, why'd you? And he goes, I don't know. And added me back after he passed away. Yeah. Christopher Wong passed away from that group. Legendary rapper. Got into a motorbike accident in about 92 and rapped the entire career one-armed.
No shit.
Yeah. Had the one arm in a sling and did this.
One live crew.
Well, yeah. Shit, big up this guy for that joke.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Licky J.
So tell me, yeah, Licky J. Everyone's got their jokes, all right? Everyone's got their jokes.
This podcast has been brought to you by Big Fat Tits.
But I got to ask you a question. Hey, if you're asking me all these questions, I got a couple. What was the most iconic rap show you've ever seen since day one? What is one thing that stood out in your mind, both your minds? What is something that made you say, I'm here for a reason? I'm not on this earth because my mom and dad made me. Hip-hop gave me a purpose in life. Rap gave me a purpose in life. What is the one thing that solidified you in rap that said, I need to be here? What is
right
one
away,
rap
man?
show?
I know exactly what it was. It wasn't even a show. It was a cypher. I walked into the Lee's Side skate park for the first time ever. There was a boombox. There was echoing bass off of the sides of the walls. There was about 15 Latinos there, Quattro and Musique and Gold Kid. These guys are spitting right at a camera, and just the vibe of this like electric I don't know. It was something that came over me, and I was completely overwhelmed by it. I had never felt that way. I'd never felt so like purely in love with music before. You know, I've been in music my whole life. I started playing guitar when I was 5 years old. I've been in punk bands and metal bands and shit my whole life, and you know, and then I started listening to rap and like later in high school, and then early in my 20s got more into like gangster shit and like 90s rap and stuff like that. But like it was always just kind of like a backdrop in my life. It was in the peripherals or whatever. But like the second I experienced that, like honestly, I got to big up Musique because it was him. It was the moment he was walking. He was up on top of one of the quarter pipes there, and he was just walking across, just looking cool as fuck and spitting in his dope ass voice, and something came over me, man. I was just like, this is it. That's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen, and I want to bring what he's doing right now to the whole world, and that's really important to me. And I think this is the rawest, realest representation of culture and love and rhythm and expression that I've ever seen, and I'll never forget that moment. And ever since then, I've been trying to replicate and amplify that feeling in every way I possibly can. So.
I got a thing. What is it? Commodore Ballroom. You been there?
Fuck yeah! I also saw Deltron 3030 there, and that was fire as fuck. But
It
for
was.
not the reason that, honestly, Del was a little off that night. Mad love to Del, but like it was not his night. Kid Koala opened for him and blew my fucking mind. That was the first time I had ever seen like a really badass DJ, and that guy put on a set all vinyl, and he fucking lit that room
Did you
on
know that
fire.
he's coming back here to New West?
I know. I just emailed his producer this morning. I'm trying to get him on the podcast. I love that guy so much. I have so much respect for him. I think he's one of the best DJs of all time.
Forget the name. Flip out and a buddy of his, DJ, we're doing the history of rap downstairs on 45s. So they'd play all this. Oh, wait, that sounds familiar. Of course it does, because he would play the original 60s and the 50s stuff. And then every now and then he'd throw in, and he'd have like the Drake and Snoop Dogg and all that. And he goes, yeah, rap exists, but only in theft. Most of the stuff you're listening to. There are artists out there making their own beats, doing their own stuff. Big up to the guys that are literally bigger in hip-hop than the guys that were just like taking James Brown's DJ, not his DJ, but his drummer, the funky drummer. They walked up to him when he was here, and he goes, they're stealing your music. He goes, it's because he loved me. No, they're stealing it and not paying you. I'm happy, okay? Leave me alone. And he said, you know what? If what I'm doing is making people happy in the world, why do I care? Everything doesn't have to be so serious about it. And now Snoop's like, how do I make money now? Everything's streamed this. If I don't have enough streams on a song, I don't make money. And in a year's time, I can make upwards of $10,000.
Yeah.
So that's why Snoop's got cookbooks. He's got the Martha Stewart shit.
Yeah.
Weird.
I've always said that, like, to sample really properly and artistically is to play culture as an instrument. You know what I mean by that?
I do.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's like one of the things I love so much about hip hop and like and rap music in general is just that like it takes all those different little elements and it takes the digging and it takes the record store owners and it takes the every last bit of it to coagulate into like the dopeness that is like a primo beat or like Above the Clouds or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I went and seen somebody. Everyone seems to like his music. I don't mind his music, but I won't listen to him ever again. Sean Kingston. Do you want to hear some insider story? Hey, I'm about to drop the bomb on this microphone right now that probably will get me beat up, but I don't care.
I got your back, Ricky.
Well, I'm pretty sure the world doesn't need to hear this, but I'm going to say it. So, trying to remember his name now. He was on, what the fuck's the name? He was on Davey. He was a rapper on Davey, protesting against gay people. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Anyway, I can't remember that guy's name now. But Mad Child says, I need money. This is about to go down. And he says, all right, well, I'd like to borrow that money. He goes, I don't have that money. Can I get the money back? And he goes, nope, I spent it, and it's over. Have a nice day. Now, on the same note, Mad Child gets a phone call from who? Sean Kingston. The only guy to ever tell me he wanted to call the RCMP and have me arrested and lock me up. I'm like, why? I wanted to get something signed. He goes, I told you to go over there and pay that money. And I said, I'm Ricky J. I don't have to. He goes, I don't know who the hell you are, and I don't care who you are. Yeah. Well, Sean Kingston got a phone call from Mad Child. Can I get the money back? On video camera, fuck you, Mad Child.
No shit.
You didn't know that. That's some underground shit because that's how hard I'm into the rap scene. I know a lot of shit about a lot of people. I'm not 6ix9ing on anybody, but I will tell you, there's some shit, even locally, that just turns my hair gray.
Mm-hmm.
You notice my hair's gray now? It wasn't always. Rap did that. If I find you, Rap, you're getting slapped.
Damn, Ricky. You've lived a hell of a life, man.
And you know what? 45 years. And I literally probably went to maybe 75 a year in the 80s. Every dance that they had all over New West. Whenever there was breakdancing, whenever there was car shows and they had stuff to do with rap there, I did that.
Mm.
How many times have you seen DJ Premier?
6.
Was Gangstar there?
Once with Dangstar, but the Scratch Bastard Barbecue, I got to meet him there backstage. That was iconic, yeah.
Where was that Gangstar show?
Gangstar, I think it was at the Richard on Richards.
Oh, fuck, that's a good venue, man. I was lucky enough to go to a couple of bangers there, dude. That place was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, out of all the years, I've heard stories of other stuff that, like, what's his name? DJ David Broach. He was the guy bringing it in.
Yeah, so are him and Flip Out buddies?
David Broach?
Yeah.
And David Broach is the guy that used to go to New York and
Yes.
and
Oh,
harvest all the hip hop.
I talked about it in the car.
Here.
All right, now listen. Do me a favor. Grab me an album, anything, off the floor. Grab me a record somehow, any one of them. Just anything. Just grab something.
These are all singles.
I don't care if they're singles. Just anything. All right. Well, DJ Paul, nice. Anyway, he would go to New York, and he would sit there for a month straight, listening to everything they had to offer. And they used to fight, West Coast, East Coast. But West Coast knew that New York is where it started. So the West Coast had their back. But he was bringing it here in 1979, doing the disco, and my sisters were older, and they were going to some of those things illegally underground and getting illegally into some of these nightclubs. Yeah. So he was out there bringing it here, playing it, and then after a while, people, I don't want you playing it. I want to buy it. And he goes, really? So he started working with, I think it was Trax Records and a couple other stores to bring it. And he goes, well, we can't bring that. People won't like that. I'm like, people go to my shows and tell me, I love your shit. How do I get it? I want it. Before the internet, how? I'm not going to New York. And he goes, I am. So he brought a small stack and goes, here. I'll have a night where we're playing, and I'm going to hand out some tickets, and the tickets can get these records. Yeah. They were playing at Bayside Lounge. Davey Denman. It was David Roach and another guy doing disco, funk, and all that, but it was showing where rap really started. Flippo was doing the history of rap, but he was showing where he got it started in '79.
Oh, that's brilliant, man. I was gonna ask you. You've traveled down to L.A. and spent some time down there.
I have a lot, yeah.
Did you seen a lot of shows down there?
Not millions, but a bunch.
A bunch?
Maybe 500.
What's the difference, man? Like, what do you think is different between like the LA scene and Vancouver?
The difference between that is, it's like asking about the African culture of BC. There's not very many. There are some people here. There are some rappers here. But Toronto is, on the other side of Toronto is New York. So you're going to find way more of that. So you're going to find more of that down in LA. And you're going to find more underground rap shows, rap clubs, all that.
Did you ever go to the Crenshaw neighborhood or like the
No.
Banana Network or any of that stuff?
None of that, no.
Okay, dope. But do you know who the Chaos Network is? Ben Caldwell?
Yeah, I do.
Project Blowed, all that shit?
Yep.
You ever experienced that?
No, but I went to, what's his name now? He's another interviewer.
Sway?
No, from here, from
Oh.
Vancouver. And I went to a car show, but I had red hat, red sunglasses, red shirt, red pants, red socks, red underwear, red shoes.
Fucking Ricky outfits, man. It's out of control.
And this guy goes, in my country, or in my part of the country, in LA, he goes, where are you from? I'm from Compton. I'm like, everybody's from Compton. Pulls out his ID. Oh, this pastor is really from Compton. And he's telling me, I want you. Trevor, you know, the archivist?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's who I'm getting at. And it was just a car show, and it was the first time I ever seen a car hop. There was a 13-year-old young boy with a SUV hopping. Did your dad help you make that? No. Just me and Mom hanging out. Really? But yeah, I met this guy. He was a music guy also, but he was a pastor at a church in Compton, but he came here for some reason. And one of the battle rappers that I used to hang out with a lot had to do with that. He was a Christian and went to this church, but also in the battle rap scene here. I can't remember his name now. He's on my Facebook. A lot of the stuff that I've seen, I can't remember it all because I only quit drinking 15 years ago, but I drank a fuckload throughout my whole life. Yeah. I've been to the hospital about 6 times. Not good.
Yeah, I spent about 10 years putting away about 20 beers a day. So,
you know what? I never drank beer my whole life. I got into it with some friends that said this beer tastes different. So I had sips of over maybe 100 beers, went, no. And the last beer I had was in the States. It was called Zima. It's clear. They made a Pepsi clear too. But clear beer. Tried it one. It's still beer. And he goes, I know, but it's clear. Well, clearly it tastes gross like every other beer. But I was down in Bellingham, and I was asking for Master P. He goes, don't you want to hear some Tragically Hip or some, and he names off like 25. I'm like, no. How about some Maestro Fresh West? I hear it all the time at home. I'm good. I want to hear, and I was mentioning all these different gangster rappers. I want to hear that. And in the States, when you go down there, gin and juice. How you doing? What are you doing? You're still pouring. What do you mean? I had like 6 shots. That's how many he put into a glass with some mix. I'm like, oh my God. Gin, guys, if you know this, don't drink that stuff. That they say gin's a panty remover. It'll remove your own panties. Fuck, don't drink that. It tastes like Tide laundry soap. It ain't right.
yeah, fuck gin, man. I've never been a gin man.
Gin's gross.
I drank Negronis for a week because I thought I was cool once, but that was...
No, I listened to Snoop and said gin and juice.
They actually just made a new liquor called Gin and Juice. Snoop made it.
I know.
Fucking businessman he is.
I know, and then he also has his 19 Crimes.
Yeah, the wine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of that one podcast they
Apparently
do.
it's really good.
You know,
Yeah, you can scan the bottle with an app, and then his face on the bottle will talk to you while you look at it on your phone.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's
what's the other podcast they do, the hip hop podcast with all the rappers?
The Canadian Underdogs podcast?
No, it's in the States. It's all their cognac, the drink.
Oh,
Drink Champs.
Drink Champs,
Hell
yes. Yeah, he was on that, and he goes, "Hey, man, we got this, we got that." And he goes, "You brought wine? Oh, shit. You don't know." And then he started mixing up all that stuff. He goes, "Here." Opens the bottle, started pouring it in, and he goes, "Dude, that's some nice stuff." He goes, "You ain't got to be French. You ain't got to be all that. That's California, man. Yeah." And you know what? They didn't have it back in the day, but big time right now, weed infused everything. You can get Coke, as in Coca-Cola, fused with all that. There's tons of companies out there. You can get a bag of chips and get high as fuck off a bag of chips.
Yeah, this is unnecessary. I feel like science could be directed at something more productive. I feel like joints are fine. I feel like after we figured out weed brownies, it didn't really need to grow more than that, I think.
Hey, you know what? I don't understand why you got to have like a arm length gummy and this is going to get you fucked up. Hey, you know what? Eat healthy food. Go to rap shows. Stay off of YouTube. Stop doing YouTube crap. Hey, did you see this video? Hey, that guy looks like you. No. That is me. The reason you weren't there is because you're broke, son. You're broke. I get that. Some people got that money, and some people just look funny watching YouTube videos. Don't be that person. Go to shows before it blows.
So you don't go on YouTube?
Oh, now and then, really late at night or early in the afternoon, sure. But
what do you watch on YouTube?
Oh, everything. I do a lot of rap stuff on there too. Yeah, a lot of vintage stuff. But there's like 3 or 4. Nardwuar is the big one.
Yeah, Nardwuar is a big one for sure. I've binged so much Nardwuar in a day. Like just
watching Nardwuar chase Little Uzi Vert. Come on, I just want to give him a gift.
Yeah. That
is funny
hilarious.
At the South by Southwest. That
is
there.
Is that Breakout? That was here, no?
No.
Well, remember the one it was a second Nardwuar interview with Lil Uzi Vert here at Rogers, I think, actually.
Yeah.
That was a funny
that
one
was
too.
the one you're thinking of was South by Southwest. And big up the Breakout. Breakout did the what the hell's that guy's name?
Well, not the last one they did.
Where there was a riot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's like, I can't believe he didn't show up. I'm like, I'm sorry. When Lil Peep died, I don't follow brand new rap, and he was brand new. I don't know his music.
Yeah.
I know his stuff now, but are you a big Peep fan? I'm like,
He was here one time. It was at Fortune.
Hey, I said, sorry for your family and friends of Lil Peep passing, but I'm not supposed to know all these new school mumble, or maybe it's not mumble.
I thought you were the cause of the Breakout riot.
Oh, I'm the cause of every riot that ever happened. The
Couple of ladies saw you in that silver suit and just went fucking ape shit.
No, that was the Scratch Bastard barbecue. Dude, do you know how hot it is? Yes, I know how hot it is. You're in a tuxedo. I know. Why? Because the sun don't bring the heat. Ricky J bring the heat.
There's a YouTube video that I really want you to see. It's do you know who Truth the Rapper is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a video to the 93 Till Infinity Souls of Mischief beat.
Yeah, of course.
It's pretty much just like a story in one take, one verse that's like 4 minutes long, and he's just like encapsulating like the entire underground Vancouver cypher movement. And it was shot on top of one of those parkades near Waterfront. You'll definitely be interested in that YouTube video.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to show you that shit.
I think if I'm picking you up right here, I think what you're saying is just like the YouTube thing is just maybe like that inauthentic, kind of more modernized, internet YouTube rapper kind of thing where people are downloading beats off of YouTube and then just using like a basic vocal chain and a Focusrite in their bedroom and not really engaging in hip hop culture.
Exactly
Is that what you mean?
Exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem that I've identified as well, and it's one of the main driving forces behind what we're
MTV and
doing.
Much Music used to be the place to get all these, and as soon as YouTube came out and people started downloading and doing all that, I'm like, it killed all the Rap Basement and all that.
Yeah.
All those iconic TV shows. Hey, I probably want to set it straight that one day we're going to do something, whether it be outdoors or indoors, and I'm going to bring a bin that I have at home full of DVDs of rap. They're all original stuff that is I've been collecting forever and a day. And I'm going to sit there, bring a barbecue if you have to, but we're going to do it. We're going to watch them all. And it's not going to be...
yeah.
And hey, I still collect that stuff every day.
We'd love to help you out with that.
Absolutely.
Hey, I want to get rid of all my CDs, get rid of all the records, I got rid of all my 8-tracks.
Why?
I have YouTube, and I'm never there to listen to stuff. Right. As much as I say stay off of YouTube, I'm saying while there is a show going on, from 5 o'clock on, I'm going on a SkyTrain straight downtown to get food. And from there, I'm there 2 hours before the concert venue opens. My nephew's freaking out at me. Uncle, we're not going to go upstairs and go see Method Man, Redman. Oh, really? Yes, we are. He goes, how do you... We're upstairs. What are we doing? Sit down. And I didn't know. Do you know the song I'm in Love with a Coco?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're listening to that, and he goes, Uncle, I love that too. And I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm meaning the song. My nephew died and came back to life over that. He has a kid now. He's getting married. Big up Moriano for that. Big into hip-hop and one of my oldest great nephews. But yeah, he was there at that, and that was the same night that I went downstairs and seen Ambient Noise. Big up to the creators of Ambient Noise. You guys love it. Some people in the world do. It's just an entire genre of music I just can't wrap my hand around. Anything else you guys need to know?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, that would be a cool kind of event where we would premiere like old school hip hop DVDs or tapes and shit. Like,
well, I think there's a lot of that could be done in this city for sure. I think that like the history is really rich around here, richer than a lot of people could imagine. Because like Vancouver's always kind of been on the sidelines. It's never been like a focal point of the hip hop scene globally, right? But like there's always been these microcosms of like of dopeness throughout the years, starting with that Ease and Quays thing and coming all the way through.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure it out because, of course, I was shitting in my diapers when that happened, right? So it's like, it's tough for us to kind of like go backwards and unpack that stuff. But I mean, guys like you and guys like Flip Out and Jay Swing and Chemo and some of the wonderful people that we've had a chance to talk to, like they really help us kind of unpack those stories and propel this whole thing forward, because you can't go forward in hip hop without first going backwards and learning where the shit came from. Yeah, I do. I'll go grab that right now.
thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure to sit down with you and just chop it up, talk about old school hip hop. Subscribe to Icon Hip Hop on all platforms, YouTube, we're on TikTok, and Instagram as well. Make sure you stay tuned with all of the upcoming content and the cypher. Thanks to everybody for coming out to the past few cyphers. If you are in the Vancouver area and you're looking for records, go check out Beach Street Records, one of the dopest spots in the city, and they'll definitely help you out. We're also connected with the Underground Comedy Club, dope-ass comedy venue. You can go use a promo code, just DM us and we can get you that code. Who's that? 2 Chainz?
Oh, wow. Everyone looks like 2 Chainz. No.
Lil Jon.
Exactly. Yeah. What? Yeah, okay. It ain't Little John, it's Ricky J. You're in the business tonight. If you come to any of the Icon hip-hop shows, Icon ciphers, and you inbox me, I might just be bringing a little bit of extra to throw away. And what did I do at a bunch of them? I brought bags of stuff to give away at these shows. Why? I'm getting rid of stuff, but I'm not quitting hip-hop. I have so much shit still in my house. I want less stuff, but I don't want to just throw it in the garbage can. Hip-hop still exists, and my house has lots of it. You want it, come get it. It's Ricky J. Thank you.